Begin as though you're prepping for reverse forearm tabletop, and then bring both legs up. Engage the low core, make sure the hips remain square. Now, like pulling the string of a bow, we're gonna pull one knee towards us as we extend the other leg long. They come back up and meet legs to the sky, straight up, and then switch. So you'll get this sort of pulse going, pulling away in different directions, then back together, straight at the sky, pulling away and back together. Make sure that you include your breath and you don't let go of that engagement at the low core or this squared stability right at the hip points and the pelvis. Starting in figure 4, we'll take the right leg up and prop it on the left quad, and we have kickstand hands behind us. Take that left leg, hover it long, and then bend the left knee, pulling that figure 4 towards you. Extend long, at the same time we lower and bend the elbows, and then lift and pull that figure 4 towards you. Use your breath. Keep that nice, all those nice lines going on. So flat feet, with the knee and the ankle tracking on that lifted crossed leg. And we're just pulsing up and down, arms and legs. Figure 4 crunches, opposite side. So we get a little bit of a 2-for-1 here. We already know what we're doing. We're just taking it to the opposite side. So we have that kickstand arms that are pulsing up and down, lifting up and down. That low core, really engage that rounding in the low spine. The left leg is lifted and crossed on top, resting on top of the right quad. We have flat feet. And we have ankles that are tracking with knees going up and down and using that breath as we go up and down. So this first set of exercises, we get to know them, and that helps with that sort of lack of boredom, is the curiosity to get to know what. Starting in a butterfly boat position, find that stability and you'll find that concave security, that low belly engagement pulling back towards the spine. Keep your left hand on the left foot and then extend the right leg straight out. Keep it at a hover and pull the right arm back. Look over to the right side, almost like a row here with the arm, and then back to center, switch to the opposite side. Row, pull, find that stability, that new center of balance, and then switch sides. So with that pull, make sure that you keep everything nice and strong. We have those opposing directions once again, elbow going back, foot pressing forward. And as you find that stability and that rhythm, you can pick up the pace. All right, going back down to the kickstand, forearms, and we have bent legs, ankles crossed. Now, whichever leg is on bottom is the direction we're going to take the legs to, balancing on that same side hip and then popping up on the opposite side hand. We come through center and we just do this little swivel to switch ankles and come up on the other side. Come back through center, swivel, lift, center, swivel, lift. So just switching which ankle is crossed in front. And once you get used to this movement and lifting up to the opposite side hand, you can make it really nice and seamless, and it's a pretty fun one. And at the same time, we're getting a really good core workout. Lady legs, left leg on top, opposite arm, right arm cradling the head, left arm straight out to the left side. We're gonna take a twist, dipping over, but not deeply, not too deeply, just tap the foot over to the right. When you come back up, we're gonna take this left arm up, extend the left leg, lift the hips, tap hand to toe, and then we're back down into that twist. Lower, lift, hip lift. So we've got the bent lower leg remains bent. Top leg bends on top, lady legs it to the twist, and then lift straight. So we hit hand to toe. Coming back, twist, but that engaged active twist because we're coming in. Same thing opposite side, so our right leg is crossed on top of the left. The right arm is out to the side, cradling our head in our left hand. We come up, straighten that right leg, tap hand to toe, and then back to that active twist. Lift the hips, lift us up to tap hand to toe, back to that active twist. And we just keep going. Same thing opposite side. So you have a little bit of an idea where we're going. We just gotta rearrange which body parts are doing what. And for this first round, everything's a little sticky, right? We're getting to know our exercises, but it's interesting and we're curious and we're exploring. Round two, we're gonna start to do them a little bit better. And because we know what we're doing, we can get a few starting in Sphinx pose, we're gonna pull up into forearm plank with the knees down. So really isolating the movement into the upper body. So we make that movement, we initiate it from the front side of the core, pulling up, up, up. So think about pulling that low belly up to meet the spine. That in turn tucks the tailbone. And then slowly come back down, but never release the core. We keep everything engaged, even at the bottom, so that we can unravel, reverse unravel, right back up, rounding. When you get up to the top, even though we're pulling, initiating it from the front side, it's going to have the reaction of the spreading of the shoulder blades on the back side and rounding of that upper back. Up and down, the more that you So we're in a half bow. I'm leaning over to the right side with the right forearm down. Left leg is bent, coming behind. My hand assists into this nice little half bow. As I come down, I'm going to lower and I'm going to plant this bent leg, sole of the foot to the ground, and lift the right leg up to the sky into a one leg bridge. Coming back up, I drop that extended right leg down. I come back to the forearm. I balance on my right side and find that little half bow. Come back down, plant, lift, one leg bridge. And you start to get into the rhythm with this one as well. I'm excited for round two. After we've learned these, we can really get in more quality reps. Same thing opposite side, so your left leg is long, we're on the left side, right leg is back in that half bow on the left forearm, then we lower down, plant the right foot and lift the left leg towards the sky in that one leg bridge. Now we've already been here once on the opposite side, so we have a little bit better idea of where we're going. We just gotta rearrange which parts are doing what, and this is our last exercise. So today we have 10 exercises, which isn't our usual. We usually do 6 for the building, 4 for the healing. And with our 6, we even do 45 seconds. So we're doing 40-second intervals with 20-second rests. And we are already going through this so right, reverse forearm, bike pulls. Back to center, legs both straight up towards the sky. And then you pull the knee towards you while the other leg goes long. And it really you feel this dynamic interplay of opposing forces here as you pull into that bike and then lift back up, pull, lift. And you really get into a rhythm here. It feels really nice. Just make sure you keep that pelvis nice and square, low belly incorporated and engaged. We're on round 2. We have 40 seconds. Each exercise, 10 exercises. And now that we know what we're doing, we can get a little bit more in and apply a little bit more integrity to the movement as well. Our third round will be flow state. Figure 4, right leg up and cross, and we're on our kickstand. Hands, we lower and extend the left leg, lift and pull in, bending that knee. And we've been here once before, so now let's just get to work. Now the important thing, we are in round 2, so we know what we're doing, but the important thing now is to apply integrity. And the more that we can focus on the quality and the structure of the exercise, the more in round 3 we can truly let go and just get the job done, because it's ingrained. We've created that muscle memory. We've created those chains and pathways. We can just get the work done. Same thing, opposite side. Left leg lifts and crosses, right leg lengthens as we lower, and then bends as we lift. Lengthen, lift, lengthen, lift. So figure 4, opposite side. Again, we just learned how to do this. So this is our round 2. We can get a few more in, and we really want to focus on the integrity of the movement. So those flex flat feet and the tracking of the ankle and knee, meaning that they are pointing in the same direction. They're in a nice straight line. The flex feet help us keep that. And we're lifting and lowering. We're incorporating the belly. The low belly's pulling back. The pelvis is remaining square, and we're breathing. We're using that breath to feel. Starting in your balancing butterfly, it's that gut punch, low belly pulling back to spine, tuck of the tailbone. That's going to make you feel really secure here. First, release the right leg, extend it long, take that right arm and do the row back as you look over to the right, back to center, find that balance, take it to the other side, get into a rhythm with this. Opposing directions, once again, that dynamic interplay of opposing parts with the leg going forward and that rowing elbow pulling back. Make sure that's a nice pull back. Sometimes I like to think about as my hand comes past my waist, re-engaging, engaging the core even more. It's like your hand brings it back and forces that gut punch once again. Back down to kickstand forearms. And I really love this crisscross ankle one. Once you get into the groove of it, it's a lot of fun. Swoop in, switching the crossing of the ankles, rolling from one hip to the other as you pull those feet away and feel that slight little warming tug of war sensation. At the same time, we're pushing up to straight arms. Straight arm is opposite of whichever way those extended legs are pointing. And this really becomes a very fun dance-like fluid movement. But for no lack of effort, you're going to feel the burn all the same. Twist, left arm out, right arm cradling the head, left leg, lady leg on top, twisting over to the right. Then we pull up, little hip lift, hand to toe tap, bring it down, stay in that active twist as we lower, and then lift with control, little hip lift. Make sure that it's almost like a slow motion lift, so you're using as little momentum as possible, really recruiting the core to complete the action. So we lift and lower, and because this is our second time doing this and we do it once on each side, we should have a really quality movement now, knowing where we're going and how we're going to get there with integrity. Same thing, opposite side. Right leg out on top to the left, right arm out long, left hand cradling the head, and then we come up, lift the hips, tap hand to toe, and find that active twist on the way back down. Lift, right hand, right toe, and then again, lowering and lifting with a lot of applied strength so that there's as little momentum necessary to complete the lift, and it's really controlled, almost like a little slow motion lift up and a little melting back down. We keep everything really active. Now this cradling of the hand is just that. It's just a little pillow, a little cradle, no cranking. Sphinx pull-ups, keeping the knees grounded, really initiating from the front side of the core, forcing the shoulder blades to spread and that rounding in the upper back, forcing the low spine to round and the tailbone to tuck, and then we keep everything engaged as we lower. Nothing releases. Even though we don't get as many reps on this one, we never let go. It's like it is its own one solid rep. So you might not get as many in, but here, the how we do it, the integrity behind the movement is incredibly important. All right, starting on that half bow, we're gonna start on the right side. Then as we come down, we lower, we plant the left sole of the foot and lift the right leg to the sky, one-legged bridge. Come back down as we lift up onto the right forearm. We find that little opening in the half bow. Then we plant that same bent leg, sole of the foot to the ground, hips to the sky, right toes to the sky, lifting and lowering. Again, this is one where we never really let go. And we might not get as many reps in because we want to keep it as fluid and smooth and controlled as possible, like you're swimming through honey. And we have these very swim-like motions in this one as well. We're swimming through it. Same thing, opposite side. We're on the left side. The right leg is bent and back. Then we come through, lower down, plant that right sole of the foot and lift the left toes to the sky with the hips, that one leg bridge. Slowly lower, we swim through molasses to find that half bow. Swim back to lift those left toes towards the sky. So again, really never letting go. There's no resting. There's no coming down because everything is lifting and lowering, and we have to keep that very active strength applied at all times so that it's nice and smooth and controlled. I can't believe go, legs to the sky, and then bicycle it out. We've got our kickstand forearm arms behind us. The low belly is super engaged, the hips are square. Now we've been here 2 times. This is our final round. So this round, I really just want you to enter flow state. You know what we're doing. You know how to do it. Now let's finish strong and get as many reps in as possible. We've had 10 exercises per round, 40 seconds per exercise. We've done a lot of work, but it's been fun. It really has flown by. You're almost there. Final round. Get as many in as you can. Milk it. Popping up off the forearms, coming onto the hands, lowering that figure 4 and lifting. We got the right ankle crossed on top of the left quad. And once again, this is our final round. So we're not taking our time anymore. We know what we're doing. We know how to do it. And now we want to get it done because this is your time. This is your space. You want to get as much out of it as you can. And really, these workouts go by so fast, and these exercises, you just have to do them for 40 seconds each. Then you get a little breather. You're almost there already. With this one, you've got 10 seconds left. Get as much out of it as you can. Make it worth your time and your energy. Almost there. Final round. Here we go, same thing opposite side. So that left ankle is crossed on top of the right quad and we are getting after it. We have 40 seconds and then we are done with the figure 4 crunches. So just making sure that you're not taking any shortcuts. That low core, really engage that rounding in the low spine. The left leg is lifted and crossed on top, resting on top of the right quad. We have flat feet. And we have ankles that are tracking with knees going up and down and using that breath. We're incorporating the belly, the low belly's pulling back, the pelvis is remaining square, and we're breathing. We're using that. Starting that balancing butterfly, and then we release the right leg as we pull the right elbow back and then back to center, opposite side. And getting into sort of a strong pulse-like flow here. Remembering that every time you bring that rowing arm back, you remind yourself to really incorporate the core. You tap it, you slide that hand, you make that connection, that external connection, reminding yourself that the core is what's going to keep this really strong and stable. You have 10 more seconds here. Your last one of the day for your butterfly pullbacks. Get it done. Almost there. Gut punch. Swoop those ankles, then you lift up as the legs go to the right, the left hand straightens out. We swoop and swap, going from side to side. So the legs come out to one direction, the opposite arm lifts up. And this one gets to be pretty fun. You forget that you're actually working your butt off. So have fun with it, get into a rhythm. It'll click. You should be about there at flow state now. You know what we're doing. You know how to get it done. And now you're just in your final 10 seconds. Last time doing this one today. Almost done with the entire workout. We're so close now. Starting with that twist with the left leg on top and left arm out to the side, cradling the head in the right hand. And then we unravel, hip lift, tap, left toe, left hand, nice and controlled and slow. Decreasing the momentum, increasing the strength, keeping it active as we lower into that twist. But need I say more? We've said it all. We've been here. We've done it. You know what to do. Now we can just go enter flow state. Let our muscle memory take over and try to get as many quality reps in as we can on this final round on this side. Same thing, opposite side. This time we lady leg over to the left and the right hand's out to the right. As we unravel, we extend that right leg, lift the hips and tap right hand, right toe. We lower, but we keep it nice and active. We lift, but we lift with strength, decreasing the momentum as much as possible. And we've been here so many times. We talked all about it. And this one we get to do on two sides. So now I just want you to try to get in as many quality reps as you can in your final 10 seconds here in this particular exercise. We only have a few left after this until we're done with today's workout. So do it well and get it done. Sphinx to forward plank with the knees down. Remember, this one is like the entire thing is one rep, and you might not get as many pulses up and down, but as long as you're keeping everything really engaged and active and you're getting that chain of movements really secure and never letting go, then you are doing an entire rep for about 40 seconds. And this one is all about the integrity. When I say the integrity of the movement, I'm talking about what defines you, right? Because you're the only one that can hold yourself accountable, especially at home on your own mat. How you do this movement is up to you. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. So it defines your character, how much you put in. Half bow on the right side, left leg back. And then we plant that left sole of the foot and lift the right leg to the sky with the hips, one leg bridge. Swim it back up. Again, this is one where we can't never let go. There is no plummeting or flopping or releasing. We want to keep this nice and smooth. And that is the name of the game here. We are almost done. This is our last exercise. We have it on this side, the other side, and then you are done with the complete workout. And this is your time, your body, your energy. All of that has value. So make sure that you're getting out as much as you can. Again, that integrity. Last time, opposite side, we're on that left side with the right leg back. Then we plant that right foot and lift the left leg to the sky with the hips, one leg bridge. Come back to that left side, half bow, swimming in and out. You are on your final exercise of your final round. And it was a big one today. We had 10 exercises, 40 seconds each. So I hope that you walk away feeling proud of yourself and the effort you put in and the work that you did, the quality of that work as well, because that's what it's all about, not just what we do, but how we do it.